morning, guys. So I wanted to hop on here today. I am at the park walking, and so I thought we could walk and talk this morning. I wanted to talk about exercise and prepping for your Disney trip. So as you know, at Disney World there is a lot of walking. I want to say normally when we go in one day we're doing like 20 to 25,000 steps a day, and if you are not ready for that, it can be very painful and things can happen to your body that if you're not used to walking a lot, especially in the heat. So I want to tell you about a story that happened to me. We were standing in line for Slinky Dog, and this was January, and I told my husband, I said, my ankles are itching really bad. And so I looked down and I had a rash going from my ankle all the way up to my knee. And I had heard of the Disney rash before, but I didn't really know what it was. And so on that trip, I looked it up, and basically it's a heat rash. It's from over exercising in the heat. And so ever since that trip, I'm like, I've got to start walking before we go, because I don't want that to happen again. But I do think once you get it one time, you're more likely to get it again. But thankfully this last time in November when we went, I did not get it. So every time we go on a Disney trip, I start walking as much as I can. Okay, so another tip that I have for you is make sure that you wear a really good broken in pair of tennis shoes. The worst thing you can do, and I'm guilty of this, because when you go on a trip, you know you're going to want a cute new pair of tennis shoes, but do not just go straight to the park in these tennis shoes that you have not broken in, because you're going to get blisters, your feet are going to be hurting really bad, and that's going to make for a miserable time. You're not going to want to walk, your feet are going to be killing you. So if you do want a new pair of tennis shoes, make sure that you get your new shoes before your trip. Go to the park and go walk around your neighborhood. Make sure they are really broken in, because I would hate for you to take a really cute new pair of tennis shoes to the park and have really sore, blistered feet, and then that would just be a miserable time. So that's another tip. Make sure that you break your tennis shoes in really, really well before your trip, so that your feet are not killing you when you're at the parks. Okay, I'm going to stop and sit on this bench for a second, because as you guys can tell, I'm already out of breath, which is not a good sign. So I need to get to walking more every day. It's been really nice this week, so it's been better to go walk for me. I hate being cold. And so when it turned cold, I stopped walking, which was not good, because now I'm having to start all over again. But another tip that I want to share with you is make sure that you stay hydrated while you're at the Disney parks. It's very, very important. I love the liquid IVs. And so we'll always take our big water bottle and put a liquid IV in there and shake it up real good and take that into the park with us. You can take water into the park, or Cokes, or Capri Suns, whatever you want to. You just can't take alcohol into the parks. So make sure that you have a water bottle and stay hydrated. That is very important, especially when you want to try all these new snacks and new drinks. If you're not staying hydrated, you can get dehydrated very fast, and then you're going to put yourself in trouble, because especially if you go in the summer, it's so hot and your body's not used to walking that much, and then you add on dehydration on top of that, and that is a cause for disaster. So make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you take a good water bottle into the park with you. They also have free water filling stations, so you need to do that too. Don't worry about buying bottled water. They have free water there at the park. And a lot of people don't like the way Florida water tastes. I hear a lot of my clients say, "Ooh, it's nasty." So always take like a flavor packet with you if you are worried about how the water is going to taste. Or you can take a water bottle, Dasani or whatever, and just fill your water bottle up with that. And they're really good about giving you ice too if you need ice. So make sure you stay hydrated and take your water bottle into the park. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is taking breaks. That is very important. Listen to your body and take breaks when you need to. This summer when we went in June, it was very hot, and we would ride some rides and then go in and get a drink or a snack, and then we'd go ride some more rides, and then we'd go watch a show like the Frozen sing-along. So make sure you listen to your body and take lots of breaks. If you don't You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be so hot. Everybody's going to be miserable. Make sure you listen to your body. When you're tired, take a break. If you're thirsty, get something to drink. Don't keep pushing yourself and overdoing it, because that is going to make for a miserable time. So, especially in the heat of summer, make sure you take breaks, go and get some air conditioning, get some water, and then go back to having fun. Okay guys, so I'm back in the car from walking and I feel so much better. I'm happy to start walking again and prep my body for Disney World. So when I go, I am ready to walk those 25,000 steps in the heat of the summer. So my last tip that I want to share with you is make sure you're taking stuff to keep you cool while you're there, while you're outside going from ride to ride. We always take fans. We take several different ones. I have some bigger fans that clip onto the stroller, and then I have some smaller handheld fans. We have neck fans. We take cooling towels. So make sure that you are getting the right gear to take with you when you go in the summer, because that will help a whole lot. Just making everybody happy and making everybody feel more comfortable and at least cooler. You're not going to be cold while you're walking outside, but it will help beat the heat while you're there. I'm going to link the fans that we love. We have ones that are bigger that clip onto the stroller, and they also have a base so you can set them on the table while you're eating if you have to eat outside, so that can kind of keep you cool with the fan blowing. We have neck fans, we have handheld fans, we also have some cooling towels. So make sure you're taking gear with you to keep you cool while you're in the parks this summer. I'm also going to do a video on my favorite things that we take in the summertime, my favorite water bottles that we take, my favorite fans that we take. So I'll show you a more in-depth video on all the stuff that we take to keep us cool in the summertime. So make sure you come back and look for that video. It'll be coming soon. So thank you guys so much for joining me today as we walked and talked about getting ready for the summertime at Disney. Just make sure that you are prepared, because it is hot and I want everybody to have a good time and not get overheated or overtired. So just make sure you prepare for that, because I think a lot of people are just so excited to get there, and then they don't even think about how hot it's going to be and how that can affect your body while you're there, especially your kids too. So I just wanted to share these tips with you guys today. Thanks for walking and talking with me, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.